It's a whole new world, a whole new taste sensation.
Yes.
Whole new world of flavor.
Yeah. So what's up with you chumps?
You know, the
I don't. That's why I asked.
usual. Yeah. I got nothing.
Looking through the old EGM review archive.
Ah,
Very happy.
that's some good
Oh,
stuff.
did you find that on your computer there?
Yes, I had to sift through a bunch of old emails to find it,
Nicely done.
including some nasty ones from CJ about Canada.
Oh my.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Glance.
No idea. Guess what? I'm going to go ahead and start recording.
As a bit of a jerk.
So what got you going through the
hijack?
Go ahead and record.
Oh yeah, I'll do this.
Do one
I'll
of
do the
these
same.
recording things that we do,
Let's
like
look at
we
some
do.
scores Chris gave things.
Oh God, please.
Let's
Yes.
turn this into a segment on the show. Random
What
Chris
did
Johnston.
CJ give this game?
Random Chris Johnston review. Let's see here. Well, the earliest review I have from Chris Johnston
Yeah.
is, hang on a sec, wait for it, Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. Wow. For
What
PS1.
happened?
PS1.
Yeah.
Okay. What did I give it?
Give it a
6.5.
3.5.
Oh, 3.5.
That was back when you were
All
man enough to give things bad scores. You didn't live in the 7.5 safe zone
Yeah.
everyone lives in now. Fighter's Destiny 6.
Ooh.
You
Fighter's
destroyed
Destiny.
a lot of careers, Chris Johnston.
Yeah.
Final
What about
Fantasy Tactics 8.5. What?
For which
What?
one?
Final Fantasy Tactics?
Oh yeah. I love that game.
I sense death threats. Only
That
an
seems a little low, is what he's saying.
It's not.
I'll go so
Chrono
far as to
Cross.
say you cost that game a gold award.
Did I?
No, actually, you and Shu both did.
There you go.
Crispin knew what was up. He gave it a 9.
All right.
And then they didn't let you review anything for a long time after that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
That was like
believe that.
issue... What? That was issue 104. The next review I have
Oh,
for you,
right. Yeah, I think I was put on the review crew temporarily and then
issue
taken off
120.
and put back on.
So they finally gave you another chance, and the first thing you did was give a game a crappy score again.
What game?
Centipede.
Oh,
PS1.
yeah, I didn't like
2.5.
that game. I did not like that game. It's true.
Croc 2 Legend of the Gobbos. 4.5.
Sounds about right.
You were a harsh reviewer.
I'm just agreeing with myself at this point.
Let's see here. Airborne USA 1.5.
Oh,
That's not a real game.
that never came
Chocobo
out.
Racing 7.5. You obviously didn't know it. You obviously didn't like that game, but you were afraid to give a Square game a low score.
Right. That must have been what it was. Must be. You know what we're gonna do right now?
I remember CJ really hated the Bedrock bowling game.
That's true.
Rock bowling. Yeah. What was
Yeah.
that Dreamcast game that was supposed to be episodic?
Floygan Brothers.
Floygan Bros. Episode 1.
You know what's terrible?
Visual
As
Concepts
soon
was
as-
mad at you for that, weren't they?
They were extremely mad at me.
As soon as you said, what was that Dreamcast game, I instantly went to, it's Floygan Brothers.
Yeah, I
you're
love
thinking
that
of,
you
CJ.
instantly go to Floygan Bros and someone says Dreamcast game. That says
Yeah.
a lot about you.
I still have a copy of Floygan Brothers.
Actually, no, I only go directly there when CJ says,
Oh, okay.
what's that Dreamcast game? Because that's the...
I think I'm hated by
it's the only
quite a few
Dreamcast
people
game
in
CJ
Visual
has
Concepts.
a story about.
Yeah.
Army Men, Sarge's Heroes. 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
3DO hates me for, what was it, Portal Runner.
Everybody hated Portal Runner, though.
Except
Yeah,
for PS Extreme, right?
Yes. With a surprising amount of 3DO ads that month.
Yeah, and a review that did not have a byline.
That's right.
Funny how that
And,
happens.
and quoted heavily from the press release that was
That's
included
right.
with the review copy.
You're right. I remember that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Bubsy 3D,
Oh God.
Here we go.
where he's quoted on the box.
Top of the yarn ball.
Didn't let him review it.
No,
Oh, really?
of course not.
No.
Well,
I wasn't
yeah,
a
that would be-
reviewer at that point.
That would be a conflict of interest.
Crispin
For sure.
gave it a 3.
Yeah.
Shu gave it a 4.5. Sean gave it a 3.
I
And
remember.
Sushi X gave it 2.5.
I remember.
You remember
I'll
what?
tell you this, Greg. Those scores are inflated.
That's true.
I remember there was. No, seriously, there was
Really?
the original
remember
scores. Everyone gave it lower scores, but Ed Semrad demanded that they raise the scores
Inside baseball.
Yeah.
and soften the text.
Bought
Because,
and paid for.
Soften
Oh,
the
yeah.
blow.
basically, yeah. I mean, when you're buying a 3.0 review,
That's
your,
true, yeah. I guess
Your
you know what you get
negotiation
what you pay
skills
for.
may not be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last review I have Chris Johnston for is Star Fox Adventures.
But
Really?
boy, I really
I
wish.
think it goes to 160.
Okay. Yeah. Star Fox. What did I give that game? A 4?
4.5.
Time
4.5,
proved you
there
right on that one, my friend.
Damn
You
right.
got a lot of flack about that one, but I stood
did.
by you. I stood
And
by
just
you.
to point out, Shane gave that an 8,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and Milky gave it a 9.
A 9. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That place was just falling apart by then.
Hmm.
Good times.
History is on CJ's side there,
True.
Yeah, you kind
As
of
it
won
should
that
be.
battle.
as it should be.
True.
But yeah,
Hey, let's do a clap. What do you think about that?
I wish it was like it was back in the days of Ed Semrad. Back when they were honest.
They talked about Castlevania 5,
I was
Just another
I was
Virgin
Virtua Fighter 4.
I was just thinking about the flat out.
I'm going to go get some
"Hey,
cough syrup. Hang on a
we're
second.
going to take you out to dinner so our games get higher scores.
That's right. Yeah. I like that our game is going
Cripes.
to get a higher scores and it's going to be a 3.
I know. Well, I remember like Chu and them. They were really throwing a fit about it, and rightfully so.
rightfully
of
so.
course.
What was the game that in the preview text we quoted someone from Konami and we got I
Contra?
think Shu got in a ton of trouble. Yeah, I think it was Contra.
Yeah, the PS1 Contra, the first PS1 Contra game.
Okay, what was the quote was something about how the game wasn't very good or something.
Yeah, it was like, oh, it was like an early build, and they were
Yeah.
saying like, oh, it still needs some work because it's not quite at the point we want it to be, or so,
something like that.
something that was not actually that bad. But
That's right. And then Ed signed off on the page,
Of course.
and then when the magazine came back and Konami read it and got pissed off,
Mm-hmm.
then he
And
got
then-
pissed off at Shu.
Yes, even though he supposedly read the page and signed
Yeah.
off on it,
Exactly.
but Ed didn't really do a whole lot of what's that word?
Reading?
Work.
Or playing,
Yeah.
if anything.
Man, just
Yeah.
dragging the man's name through the mud.
Well, I never saw him
That's
play
right.
video games. Not once.
Neither did I, my friend.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
So how about we do a clap? I like clapping in front of the microphone. Don't you?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
all right.
If
do
that's the sort of thing you're into.
It is. All right. 3, 2, 1. I like it.
That was lovely.
That was pretty good.
I want to point out you were also the person that
Whoa.
caused Metal Gear Solid a platinum on the Game Boy Color.
Me? I did?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, it was all
Oh.
you.
Well, glad I could do that.
Pretty good score
Wait,
for
do I
just
just have
reading
a really
back.
bad connection?
Why's that?
Do I have a bad connection here? You guys
I
are
don't know.
breaking up a lot.
You have a bad connection every week.
Do I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
connection's awful.
Huh.
Yeah.
CJ, I can see all 1080p's, but
That's right. In HD.
CJ's all high
weird.
def. I can count the stubble.
Can you? I just shaved yesterday.
You look like some kind of I don't know,
Do I
like
look?
porn I
Hollow
downloaded
Man?
in 1994.
Do I look like Sega CD quality?
I wouldn't even go that far.
Might just keep you off the wall.
£1 million of tube steak, hotshot.
Oh, man. Really?
Yeah, tube steak. I
My
know.
goodness. That's.
It's questionable. It was questionable even back in '92.
I don't know
or
if that means
93.
what they think it means.
That word.
Gotta rate that game MA17.
I do not think it means what you think it means.
Hello and welcome
yeah.
to episode 397 of the Player One podcast for Monday, June 16th, 2014. I'm your host, Chris Johnson. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Phil Theobald.
That is probably the best intro you've written for me yet.
I know. Yeah.
The most clever.
And, true. And joining us from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Yo.
Not joining us this week again.
Dan Dormer.
Because he has all the feels and feels that he doesn't need to be on a podcast is Mike Phillips. So there you go. Off
I
doing
miss
his
Mike
Father's
Phillips.
Day. Yeah, me too.
Remember,
It'd be good if we could get him on the
when
show
we had
again.
that fourth guy who would sometimes appear.
Greg Ford's on vacation right now. Maybe he'll come back for a while.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So did you guys have a good Father's Day?
I don't remember it. It
No.
ended around the last piece of toast from breakfast.
Yeah, I was really wasted most of the day, so yeah.
Clearly.
The boy and I went out, partying to a discotheque. So yeah, I had a fine Father's Day.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
We went out for dim sum for lunch. That was very good.
Yeah, the traditional Father's Day dim sum.
A traditional, yes, absolutely.
Goes back generations in the Johnston family.
And then my wife had done the mail order Portillo's for dinner,
I
so we did
thought
that.
thought she was going to get you a mail order bride.
No.
Knock yourself out, honey.
No, so mail order Portillo's, which we have had multiple times. Did you get the beef? I'm assuming, shredded beef or the
No,
you didn't
the
get
hot dogs.
You get the hot dogs, really?
Hot dogs. Yeah.
Can't you just
I'm
go
not
buy a
down
hot
with
dog
shredded
and put
beef.
No. You're weird.
It doesn't taste the same. It does not
Yes, it
taste
does.
the
It tastes
same.
exactly the same.
No, it does not.
We got the hot dogs once, and every other time we've gotten the beef. And let me tell you, sometimes you just want to get like that hot beef injection, and Portillo's is the way to go.
True that.
Yeah, tube steak.
£1 million.
Mm-hmm. Just might keep you off the wall.
I also had some time while the wife and the daughter were at the grocery store.
Wow, she's the daughter now?
Yeah. Charlotte?
I totally
my
agree
daughter?
with the wife. That's fine. But
Yeah.
you don't call your kids the daughter.
No? Aw.
Yeah.
Well, Phil says the boy, right?
over
Yeah,
the
but that's
line.
different. That's my boy.
Not
You
to
know?
be sexist or anything.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Well, while they were at the grocery store, I got to play a little bit of the Destiny Alpha.
Oh yeah. I got a code for that from Amazon. Sent
Isn't
me
that
a
over
code.
today?
It is over
Is it?
today. Yeah, a few more hours left.
I gotta go.
Probably should have used that, Phil.
Yeah, well.
I'm imagining you're not interested in it at all. Mr. Phil.
In my defense, I like just got my PS4 back, so.
Yeah. Do you have
That's no
any
defense.
interest whatsoever in Destiny?
Probably
No.
not.
There you go. There's your answer.
Probably not.
Eh.
But you played a little bit of it, Greg.
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
It feels like Halo,
It does feel a lot like Halo.
which is not a bad thing. I liked Halo.
Is it a Halo killer?
You mean as in, does it kill Bungie version of Halo or 343's version of Halo?
Oh, you tell me.
I'm not crazy about the 343 version of Halo, so
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes.
or Halo 4 didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
So yes is what we're looking
So
at.
I guess yes.
Okay. Okay, indeed.
But this is more of like a multiplayer Halo in at least the area they have in the alpha. There's a large sort of open area where you can crisscross paths with other people who are playing,
Yeah.
do public events and such like that.
Like swap murders, you mean?
Yeah, murder swap.
Yeah,
know.
the murder swap.
Yeah. Crisscross.
Jump.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I missed the bus.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I think that's a different crisscross.
So they call this an alpha. Obviously, it's not an alpha. It's the first beta test
Right.
for
Well,
this thing.
I guess.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you call it an alpha?
Would you call this an alpha? When
Sure.
you do an alpha at the software development studio that you work at, does it look like this? Is this polished?
Well, it's not necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I guess we can call this a demo, right? Because it's got really one main area, one mission that you can go on, and then like some multiplayer matchmaking.
You can go buy a lot of stuff.
You can buy a bunch
In
of
the
stuff
tower.
in the
Yeah,
tower.
I like that part.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got some pretty sweet weapons. I'm level 8 already.
Damn.
Damn! Yeah.
Hmm.
So played with some listeners of the podcast, and played with Mark McDonald as well on Friday. He knew what
I
he
know
was
him.
doing. I had no idea what the hell.
He's pretty good at the shooty shoot.
Yeah, and he'd probably been following the development of Destiny more than I had been. So yeah. So it's pretty fun
So we
though.
obviously have a lot to talk about in this.
It's fun. That's all I have to say about that.
Mhm.
It does feel a lot like Halo, and it doesn't give me motion sickness. So that right there
So hey,
is cause for celebration, and you may as well pre-order it now.
Well, there you go.
I don't know if I'll actually pre-order. Maybe.
I already did. Like a
I
year
had
ago.
fun.
Have you seen Destiny though?
Yes, I have. I've played it. I lived it.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Do we want to talk any more E3 stuff? Since we did our show on Tuesday night, but there were some extra things that we haven't talked about yet. Were you guys tuned into any of the Treehouse Live stuff that Nintendo was doing?
I did not really,
No.
because it was just going on pretty much all day, wasn't it?
Yeah, all day they had
They were really
demos
just
and all sorts of shit going on.
crazy stuff.
Yes, indeed. Miyamoto showing off Project Guard and the giant robot game. It was good.
Yep.
Well, they weren't games.
Well, those
Not
weren't
bad.
games.
I wouldn't even call those alphas.
Would you call it a vertical slice?
A vertical slice, yes.
There you go. All right.
I did love that both of those showed up on the Future Shop and Best Buy pre-order extravaganza up here in Canada.
As if those aren't going to be.
As if they're going to be out any time in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But hey, you could pre-order them for $20 off. So
Well, there you
So
go.
you did, right?
no, I didn't. No,
Oh, okay. So how many games did you end up pre-ordering?
it's 17.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
impressive.
Low number.
Really?
It's a low number considering that probably you have an outstanding number of.
Well, I'm not going to
last
go into
year.
those kind of details. But
Yes.
you might be right. You might be wrong. Chances are you're right.
So
yeah.
when you add up all the dollar amounts for each of those, even with your savings. What are you looking at spending?
Well, I can't. I wouldn't know what I have on anything outstanding right now because I'm not really sure. But the order that I just did, it's less than 1,000
Oh, okay,
for over it's going to be over the next 2 years. So
right.
'cause, I mean, some of the stuff on that list was like the new Zelda, which they say will be out the end of next year, which means it'll be out the beginning of the following year. So
for their new console.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
So
Interesting.
no, it was less than 1,000 after the discounts and everything. And again, I don't spend any of that money until the games actually come out.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That works. Well, Nintendo posted all of their Treehouse Live stuff up on YouTube as well.
The
You can check that out. The Mario Maker video is quite cool. The demo of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose for a $3 app.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Probably fine.
That's what the internet says, right? They talked about adding different skins and adding sprites from non-Mario games as well for the full version. Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe we'll have that by the time that thing comes out.
That is exciting.
You are clearly inconsolable with your excitement.
I just can't. I don't understand.
What's it like to have no creativity or imagination? Is there like a black void, or are you just not aware of what you could have, therefore you feel nothing?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
No, I'm talking to your dumb face.
What is it? What is that game?
What is that game? Did
you not see the picture of Miyamoto demonstrating it to two children and the look of wonderment and amazement in their eyes as they saw what they could do with this? Are you not impressed?
It's called happiness. You wouldn't know anything about it.
I just don't understand why people are excited about it.
You get to make your own
levels. Have you never wanted to make a Mario level?
No, I've never wanted to make a Mario level.
Really?
Is something you've always been dying to do?
Yeah.
So, and the first thing you're going to do is get on there and make World 1-1.
Sure.
So you've been dying to use a graphic user interface.
Greg.
Build level 1-1.
When I said that was a joke.
I'm not joking.
I was every now and again, Greg, I will say something that's meant to be taken not necessarily literally, sort of lighthearted, just
funny
sort of poking, well, let's not go that far. But
yeah, I wouldn't go that far either.
Poking a little fun at normal conventions and that sort of thing.
No, I just don't understand why people get so excited over it.
Well, how about a game where you're part of a strike force that Abraham Lincoln has assigned to protect the moon from being blown up?
Can you make your own levels?
No, I don't think so.
Down.
So
I'm all for it.
The secret 3DS reveal that was happening on Wednesday.
Oh, right.
Was Project Steam from Intelligent Systems, and it is a turn-based action game, strategy game.
Yes.
That has a sort of American comic book style to it. American comics from the 1930s style to it. Have you seen anything about it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think of it, Phil?
I think I would be more excited if Intelligent Systems had ever made a good game.
Yeah.
Because
Phil, when you do it with absolutely everything, it just doesn't work anymore.
It looks swell. It looks swell.
It looks better in motion than it did in the stills that came out on Wednesday.
No.
Play that much.
It's not really my type of game, though.
Yeah, mine neither. No.
I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure it will be a fantastic game, but it's just
it's got Abraham Lincoln in it.
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, by the way. Intelligent Systems has made a game or two.
They make awesome games.
Yeah, you know what game they make that I wish they'd make another one of?
What's that?
Planet Puzzle League.
Yeah.
I'd love to see another one of those.
Can't go wrong with Puzzle League.
It's true.
Uh-oh, Ben's pissed.
Doesn't like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
apparently.
no.
All right, should we talk about some games then? Because we all...
Sorry,
have we not been talking about games?
I mean, the kind that we've been playing this week, or past 2 weeks. We all got Tomodachi Life.
We did.
Wait, although I don't have Phil in my game yet.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
I didn't find the code.
He posted it to Twitter.
Yeah. Did you ever see Twitter?
Dude, you know what that is?
Really?
You know how to
how
use
hard
social
it is
networks.
to go back to find an old tweet?
Actually, you know what you do? You know what you do, Greg?
What?
You just go to my Twitter page or whatever and
Sounds
scroll down.
complicated.
Look at the photos I posted.
Yes.
Sounds complicated.
That's how easy it is.
You just go look at the photos that I have posted. They make it very easy to just click on the photos, and it's like right there.
Yeah.
It's right there, dude. It's
No,
right
I don't
there.
want you in my game. How about that?
Well, you know what? I don't.
See your smarmy attitude in my game.
Maybe I don't want to be in your game. Well, I will have you know that
You want to
when
be
we
in my
were-
game. You
when
know
we
you
were
wanna be in my
defining
game.
when we were defining our little character traits, I put my smarm level all the way up to the max. Extremely smarm.
The
Smarm-tastic.
picture that CJ posted
What's that?
of you.
Oh
Was
yeah.
it on,
Like
posted
I like to
without
be
a
the
comment. It was great.
center of attention.
That was the
Pretty
first
fantastic.
thing that came up when I put you in the game, checked your apartment, and boom,
Yeah,
right there.
that's what it was. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's you standing there going, I like to be the center of attention.
Yep. I'm not willing to leave my apartment to do so, but
And like I said, it was only that much funnier because CJ's caption for it was posted without comment.
I can't argue with the game, man. You know?
That's right. So Tomodachi Life.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this game / non-game / toy thing?
It's kind of a non-game. I call it a non-game.
A non-Tendo game?
Oh.
Yeah. That's a fun little toy, though.
Mm-hmm.
I put a bunch of folks in my apartment building, including the Nintendo celebrities, the Christina Aguilera's.
How do you do that? Is that just on their website?
It's on their website, yeah.
Okay.
They have the QR codes for them.
Oh, on just like the Tamagotchi website?
TomodachiLife.nintendo.com, I think.
Tamagotchi.nintendo.
I don't think so.
.gov.
No.
Oh. What other celebrities are there? Or did you just put in Christina Aguilera?
Zendaya, who I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's from she's from a Disney show.
And then Debbie, whatever her name is.
Frozen?
Debbie Ryan?
Is she the Let It Go?
I think Zendaya is she was an actress in a show called Shake It Up.
I don't know what any of this is.
Like my kids love that show.
Is she in iCarly?
She may have been.
Is she iCarly?
A lot of those kids were in a lot of those
This is the
shows.
part where iCarly goes through the window.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
I don't know. I know who Christina Aguilera is, but I don't know any of these other
What
people.
about Shaquille O'Neal?
I know who Shaquille O'Neal is. He's
Okay, well, there you
the
go.
world famous.
Star of Shaq Fu.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Shazam.
And Shazam.
Kazam?
Right.
Kazam.
Kazam.
Shazam. Shazam
Whatever.
is the superhero.
That's
Oh,
right.
Shaun White. You can play as Shaun White. He is a
Oh, yeah, you can.
snowboarder.
That's true.
I only know that because it's a video game.
There you go.
See, who's Debbie Ryan?
I don't know.
Are really just going to sit here and go through all the celebrities we don't know? On
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
These
Okay.
kids today with their Zendayas and their Debbie Ryans, I just don't understand it. I'm too old.
Exactly.
old
You're
for
getting
this.
too old for this
Yep.
stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's pretty cool. It's a cute little toy.
It's an amazing little game.
It's easy to pick it up and play it for like 5 minutes and actually get something out of it. And
I think that's all it. Like, it's not meant for long play sessions at all.
no,
It's just meant to
Well,
check
no.
5 minutes, get something fun out of it, and put it away.
Yep.
Not like Animal Crossing at all.
no, Animal Crossing is much more of a commitment.
Yes.
True. And apparently Mike's daughter loves it.
Yes,
At least one of them. He apparently had to buy 2 copies of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was
So
actually thinking about that myself because my
Oh.
kids were using the 3DS the other day, and I didn't realize I'd taken the cartridge out, but they still had the move-in version.
Hmm.
The move-in version was still on there, so they were playing it and they loved it.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, indeed. So Tomodachi Life.
Not
a
bad.
Thumbs up from the Player One crew. Right?
Yeah, it's
Thumbs
a high score of 3.5. And that's after
Well, if it's a
negotiating.
not game, we just wouldn't give it a score at all, right? Remember Endless Ocean?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Really?
There you go. Yeah, they didn't.
Huh?
What was wrong with you
Yeah.
people?
EGM never gave.
Tell you, when I left, that place went nuts.
This was after I was gone.
When you left,
Yeah.
that place went nuts.
They
They didn't give it a score. All
they,
right.
they have a little paragraph talking about how it's not a game, therefore we're not going to actually
not
review
gonna
it.
give a score. Yeah,
Something like that.
Must have made it easier to decide whether to buy it or not.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're gonna need to give that kid some Valium or
Sedatives.
something.
Apparently.
He's having a rough time of it.
He's
I
excited.
told you we were out partying, him and I.
Yeah. You weren't lying.
Nope.
Is that a vodka Slurpee you're drinking?
It is.
Little hair of the dog.
It's
That's
like
actually
a
the
rum.
flavor. That'd be great if that was
Yeah.
the flavor. Hair of the dog.
hair of the dog.
Yeah.
Hair of the
Yeah.
dog squishy.
All right. Should we talk about Mario
That's
Kart 8?
good squishy.
Since now we all
No!
That's
have
the
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart
Yeah.
8. That's a good. That's a fine little game.
That's one of them fun
is.
video games.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Good time, fun time stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been doing Player One game nights on Friday nights
Need to
Stop by
join
the
in some of
forum.
those.
to check out what the code is.
I need to send out a request to everyone who comes and plays on our Player One game nights who's not named Kurubutashi. Stop fighting one another and start attacking Kurubutashi because he
Yeah,
wins
that's
way
right.
too often.
It's true. Although he loses
he-
some too. He
How
definitely
does that happen?
he came in like second to last and last place a couple of times the
Wow.
other night. So
Jeez.
I think he put down the controller.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Aw,
Came back. But yeah, that's been really fun. We've had a full room most Fridays, so it's great. And it actually creates a second room as more people join and can't get in. So
Yeah.
Look at that.
Turning off the shuffle was the best thing I ever did, though.
yeah, turning off shuffles
Hmm.
very helpful.
Our club is so popular, we have to turn people away at the door.
Not anymore.
That's
Not anymore. Did your kids
Love
play
it.
any Mario Kart 8 there, Greg?
Yes, they did. They love it.
Yeah. You thought they were going to be into it.
Yeah, and I mean it's funny because they have so much fun with it that even if they're not very good, but they don't care. Like it's just fun.
Nice.
And the fact I think that it looks basically like a cartoon doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
It's like that game is so extremely polished. It's
That's
kind
a
of
good-looking game.
disgusting
Holy
almost.
poop.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's
It's
that
a
great
really
Nintendo-
nice-looking game.
Yeah, it's that great Nintendo art style that they, that was kind of the only thing that was carrying their games visually for years because they weren't high res. But now it's high res and it just looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Constant
Yep.
60 frames a second frame rate,
Except for that double frame.
except for the hiccup frame. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Gets me so sick.
I brought my Wii
Constantly
U
nauseous playing it.
into the office on Friday and played some 4-player split screen.
Yeah.
It was great fun. Yeah.
Ah.
The frame rate does take a hit. It goes down to 30 frames a second, but it's still excellent.
Ugh.
Of course.
It's the frame rate cavemen used. That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's no Mario Kart 64, but what is?
Well, then again, what is?
Yep.
Mario Kart 64 was never good.
Oh,
Oh boy.
his own.
Actually, you go back and look at videos of that. It does not look.
No,
very
it's-
good.
it
It was
doesn't. Yeah,
it
it
was
doesn't stand
great
Most-
fun.
Most old racing
At the
games
time.
don't stand up. It's
Yeah,
kind of a fact of life.
except for Daytona. That
Well,
one.
I mean,
does.
that's Daytona. That's different.
Exactly.
We're talking about a better company, you know.
Yes.
Of course, of course. Yes, I hope they do
Yes.
some DLC for this. It'd be nice. Get
No,
some more
what?
tracks in
No.
there. Why?
Why do you want? What is it with you and the pro DLC stance?
What are you talking
Only if
about?
it's
Stop it.
Nintendo.
Good God!
Why you don't
Well, I
like more
the game, but I just
content
wish
for
they
a
charged me
game?
an extra
Good?
$50 when
If
I
it was
bought it.
Activision, it would be evil.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Okay.
Trying to think if I've bought any
No.
Activision games recently. No.
Probably because there's too much DLC they ask you to buy.
That's right. It's exactly what it is.
I'll be buying it. I'll be buying an Activision game soon.
The
A new
Skylanders?
New Transformers game coming out.
Oh, okay.
Guilty Spark.
Yeah. The Super Spark. Home of the Super Spark, I believe is
Isn't
the.
Guilty Spark a Halo thing?
Is that
I don't
who's
know.
doing that game? Who's doing that game?
Which one? The Transformers?
Yeah,
I don't.
because
Believe
didn't
it's High Moon though.
is it High Moon? I thought something happened to High Moon. I thought they weren't doing those. Games.
Are they not around anymore?
I want to say that
Are they
There
around?
have been so many studios
Oh,
that
boy.
have closed recently.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but is this a continuation of like the War for Cybertron series, or is this like
it's
a movie
kind
game?
of it's a weird sort of like here we go. Edge of Reality is
Oh,
producing.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, I'm also curious about the 3DS game, which is it's a like turn-based strategy game by Way Forward.
That's
Oddly
interesting.
enough.
All
Yeah.
right.
See, that makes me
But-
want to play that.
Yeah. But now this game, it's some sort of weird like crossover between the Transformers Prime series, the most recent TV show, and the movie universe.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I
That
don't
makes
really
me
know.
worry.
I don't really know what they're doing with it, but it's a Transformers game, so we'll be playing it. So,
All right.
so what is Edge of Reality done?
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now. I know who they are, but
A lot
So-
of EA ports, it looks like.
Iguana Entertainment was kind of their
Sims,
pedigree.
Sims
Yeah, they
for
did Monster Truck Madness
PS3.
64. All the
Mass
N64
Effect
ports
3.
of Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
It's not really
So-
filling me with a whole lot of.
Yeah. We'll
Anyway.
see. We'll see.
Be interested to hear what you think of it. I won't be buying it.
No.
Until your pre-order shows up.
No, I didn't pre-order that one. I specifically skipped that one. I gotta go look at my pre-order list.
See, now you're all
Avoid
paranoid
these
about
jokes.
it. Now you're
I
all
have to make sure that
paranoid.
I actually didn't pre-order it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A couple of
Yes.
weeks. Stuart's gonna get a package from
No.
They must never know.
It's like some kind of Columbia House mailing. Bananarama? I didn't get one.
Didn't do this.
Yeah. All right.
Bananarama.
Ugh.
Dramarama.
Oh, there you go. on the Sega CD.
Dramarama.
Yep.
Two kitten style Christmas. Two monkeys like the zoo. You haven't got a clue.
I'll have you know that
Whoa.
Sega CD came with $300 worth of.
$300.
It cost $300, but it also came with a $300
You
value.
can argue with the software package you got with that system, though. I mean, yes, maybe
More
it's good,
salesman,
amazing.
pretty tricky.
Solfeis.
Gossip really
Sulfies.
true.
Sherlock
Holmes.
Holmes. What was the
I
Sega
haven't
Classics
got-
disc with how many?
Well, it had 4 at first. It moved up to 5
Yeah.
after a while.
Oh, that's
Was
right.
it-
Yeah.
Was it Monaco that they added?
They added Monaco.
Yeah. I thought.
They had Golden Axe, I think Streets of Rage,
Columns.
Columns, and maybe
Of
Altered
course.
Beast or something.
No, not Altered Beast. No.
No.
What did we say so far?
Golden
it was
Axe, Streets of
Columns,
Rage.
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Column. Yeah, what was the other one? Was it Revenge of Shinobi?
That's what it was. Revenge
Yeah.
of Shinobi. Great game.
Yeah.
And then you got Sherlock Holmes, Sulfice.
More like Soul
Yep.
Feces.
And then you got to see the future of music entertainment
Oh.
with CD plus G discs.
Yeah, that Information
That's
Society
right.
song is awesome.
Information Society. Yeah, with
Pure
wonderful
energy.
groups like Information Society, Dramarama. They Might Be Giants.
Yep.
Well, those weren't.
No, that was not
They were
CD.
CDG.
That was
no,
not
'cause
an
there was a
audio
music
sampler.
Yeah.
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 And wasn't Dramarama? Wasn't that was on the virtual VCR? Wasn't it?
No, that was on that. They were also that song you were just attempting
No,
to
I don't
sing
think-
was on the
Really?
audio sampler. Yeah.
Oh,
It
was
might
it
have
really?
been
Because it
I
was
think it
on.
was just virtual VCR.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
You want this list?
send
I'm
in
gonna
your
tell you-
proof of purchase
I
and
do.
get your virtual VCR.
I'm gonna tell.
I got my virtual VCR.
And we do.
I don't have that.
No?
You don't?
That's one
Wow.
of the discs I don't have.
Oh man,
I'm gonna say it wasn't available in Canada.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, me too.
Like I almost want to give you
that thing is
mine,
not at all
Almost.
worth it. Not at all worth it.
but almost.
Okay. Do you want this list?
missed
I'm gonna
out.
give you the list. Big list time.
Give us the list.
All right. Here's
What?
the list.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
So you got Uncharted 4,
Yeah.
Okay.
Rise of
Wait,
the Tomb Raider.
Wait, are these? These
are
were
new
the.
games.
These were on the
These are the-
sampler
the-
CD.
Yes.
Okay.
Splatoon.
Okay.
New
All right.
Zelda, new Star Fox, Crackdown,
Mhm.
Far Cry 4. I don't know how you say the Kyrat edition. Kyrat.
Oh, so you got the
Whatever.
special
It was the
edition?
same price as the regular disc. $20 off.
Okay. All right.
The Order 1886, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, Sonic Boom because I'm nuts, Captain Toad Treasure
It
Tracker.
doesn't- Sonic Boom doesn't look that bad, actually.
Yeah, okay. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Oh, you're
Uh,
the one that pre-ordered it.
I'm taking the chance on Fable Legends because I like British banter.
Get ready
Forza
for lunch.
Horizon 2, the Crew Limited Edition, Sunset Overdrive, Drive Club, and NHL 15 Ultimate Edition.
All
it.
right.
It wasn't a lot.
Very nice.
But you had already pre-ordered a bunch of other games, right?
Yeah, there's other games. I could
other
look those
stuff.
up too. If you really want me to look them up, I'll look them up. But,
Sunset Overdrive
Tom?
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about that game.
Oh, look at that! Amazon has the. I've not seen the box art for Hyrule Warriors, but there it is.
Yeah. You gonna pre-order
I
that, Phil, or are you gonna buy digital?
I will not be buying digital, but
No.
September 26th. Is that a Sunday? That may be a Sunday.
I
No,
feel like
they're doing
we've gotten
releases
off
on
the rails
Fridays
here.
now, right?
What's
They're
that?
doing a lot of releases on Fridays now. The 26th is a Friday.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will pre-order it then.
Although Amazon still has problems with Nintendo games that are released on Fridays, they don't actually ship until Friday or Thursday.
That's odd.
So
My world
You
anyway,
don't
'cause we
get-
don't have Saturday delivery here, so
you don't get release day delivery with Nintendo games that come out on Fridays usually.
Well, that's poop.
Yeah.
Because I had a Target like right by me where I can just go and buy it, like in a store, like a caveman.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. I pre-ordered nothing.
I pre-ordered
Nothing.
nothing. So yeah, I get
I-
$20 off each one of those. Each one of those is $20 off.
Nice.
I don't get
That's
$20 off any of my pre-order stuff, but I did pre-order Bayonetta 2.
Really?
good.
Because yeah, oh yeah, I'm very
I can't
excited
bring
about
myself
Bayonetta
to
2.
get excited about.
Did you like the first Bayonetta?
No.
Oh, see, I loved the original
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
I mean,
I
awesome that they
loved
announced
it.
that it's coming with a copy of the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yup. So
I don't think I've never liked a game from Platinum Games.
I'm kind of in
can
the same
remember.
boat. I've tried to like their games, and they just don't do anything for me.
That Wonderful 101 demo came out, and I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot, because maybe this one looks like a game I would really enjoy.
Yep.
And then, nope. Just did not enjoy the demo at all. So maybe it was a bad demo, but I don't know. Game just didn't do it for me. Sorry to say.
That's why we have Phil on this podcast.
I like Bayonetta.
If we need
Although
or Muso games covered.
I have no opinion on Wonderful 101. I
One-on-one?
remember 101.
Wonderful 101.
101.
Actually, the Treehouse Live video on Hyrule Warriors makes it look really, really fun.
Weird, almost like a.
That is weird. Yeah,
That is weird.
there's something wrong. Like, obviously, they were doing something to that feed that made it look better than it was.
All you people,
Yeah.
having to somehow convince yourself, rationalize. I don't
I'm
know.
just never
but
telling you I played it.
it must have done something to the gameplay because it looks pretty good. I don't know.
There's the new Busty Zelda.
Yeah, well, that's what CJ's all hyped about.
That's right. Hold on.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yes. There it is.
He's
And
so proud of
the
himself.
Great Fairy, too. Hold on.
I like that you switched cheeks for that.
Yeah, you like that?
You're ambidextrous, I see. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
You don't want to,
Had to switch.
you don't want to get one side too raw. It's
Well, it's like
Exactly. You wanted to start to chafe.
it's like having a stranger over to visit.
yeah.
Swap up every now and again.
Sit on your hands for a while and wait till they go to sleep.
Yikes.
Oh
Yikes.
man.
We do have fun here.
I know what I'm doing tonight. It is Father's Day after all. Treat yourself.
True.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Yes, indeed.
All right. Should we talk about Broken Age? Or do you want to wait until Mike's
Why?
back for that?
I don't think Mike's playing it.
You don't think Mike's ever coming back?
Yeah, that too. I told him in the email. I made the ultimatum.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
3 more episodes and Philip's Spot will be born. So,
Yeah.
That's right.
which
CJ's
CJ
already-
cringed at, but
Tinkering with him.
That's right.
Throwing a bunch of
yeah, so I
wires
played
in the
through
box.
Broken Age. Played through
Yeah?
Act 1 of Broken Age. Yeah,
I should play that sometime.
you should. You know what? It's good times.
Is it?
It's really well done. I really ended up enjoying it a lot.
Cool.
Some of the voice acting I wasn't totally expecting, although I think I knew about Jack Black before I started.
Right.
Yeah, speaking of voice acting, what did you think of Peter Dinklage in Destiny?
He sounded terrible.
Could he
Really?
have not sounded any more disinterested in what he was reading?
I think if that was just a dry run or if it just hasn't been processed or
I
something.
don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah,
It's kind of
too bad because it's they've definitely got a big name there. But
I mean, maybe they told him to read it as bored sounding as possible.
mission accomplished.
Yeah, in that case, mission accomplished. But yeah, Broken Age, continue. Please continue.
Yeah. So anyway, I really dug it. And it's a nice cliffhanger for the second act. I'll tell you, man, the music in that game, wow, the music in that game is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was part of the Kickstarter, but I didn't follow any of the. I never follow any of the updates of the. I get those
me
emails from the projects that I backed, and it's like I skim them to see if the game's still coming out, and then I forget about them. So I didn't follow any of the video updates or any of that stuff with Broken Age. I'm just waiting for the DVD to show up with the entire documentary on it. But I don't know what they did with the music, but the music is really well done in that game, and the graphics are, it's got that sort of their style, basically, the Double Fine style, which I love. So no, it was really worth playing. I think it's actually out on tablets now too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
Just
right.
came out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the play. I think I took 2 hours to play through it, maybe 2.5. So it's not long,
Okay.
and it's not particularly difficult. I mean, it's old school point and click adventure, but not quite as unforgiving as some of the older LucasArts games were. Like I found in the older LucasArts games, it was easier for me to get completely blocked. But I also played those 20 years ago.
Right.
But which would mean I'm talking about when I was 18, so I'm making myself sound like a really dumb teenager. But yeah, it seemed a little more forgiving than the old LucasArts games.
All right.
You should play it, Phil.
Okay,
I'd like
then.
to hear what you think of it. You were a
Yeah.
LucasArts connoisseur.
I do enjoy the LucasArts games.
Speaking of which, Grim Fandango. Did we talk about this last week? Didn't we?
We talked about it.
I'm really excited about that
Exciting.
because I never played it. Never played it.
Yep. It's good. It's
Then we
good.
need Full Throttle. They should redo Full Throttle.
Hey,
Never
maybe if
played that
this
either.
one does well, you will.
Hmm.
You never
I
know.
dig Full Throttle too. Full Throttle was not a very difficult game, but I really enjoyed it.
Good, because I'm terrible at those games. I think I just
As you just demonstrated.
yes. So
Yes.
also, it's kind of depressing that 20 years ago I was almost 20 years old. That makes Phil really old.
That's true. It's very true. Mark Hamill's in Full Throttle. Do you know that?
No.
Mark Luke Skywalker Hamill. Mr. the Joker himself.
I love that you're fiddling with your Slurpee while we're
I am.
pensive.
Well, you gotta put the
Sometimes
spoon straw
you
is
gotta
for.
use the spoon edge of the straw.
That's why
Is
they
that
put
what
it
spoon
there.
straw is for?
Yeah.
You Americans get everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's technology, Greg.
We got forks on our
Technology
spoons,
on the
on our straws, man.
We got sporks down here.
Where'd you put the knives?
The knives just
You're gonna play
go on
knife
our
spoon.
enemies.
Wow, that's intense.
Okay.
Well, I think that now is a good
Yeah?
time to take a break.
Now's a good time to take a break. Hey, everybody, get ready. We're going to have fun taking a break. Woohoo!
We're gonna hear some music,
Ugh.
and then we'll be
What
back.
music? What music are you going to play?
I have no idea. What
Play,
music do you want me to play?
Play Christina Aguilera to tie into the
Oh, there you
Tomodachi
go.
Life.
But make
Okay.
sure it's a crappy chiptune version of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Of course.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Christina Aguilera, did she do that Call Me Maybe song?
Yes.
Did she do that?
Sure.
She did. She does that. The
Nope.
Friday
Nope.
song about the Fridays.
Case of the Mondays.
Getting
And,
down on Fridays.
Mbop.
fun.
She
Do that Chinese food song.
Oh,
She do that
I love
Mbop song?
turning that song.
Yeah, the Mbop's
Then we have to
Christina
do a
Aguilera
chiptune version of that.
and the Mbots
Okay. Well, we'll be right back.
Okay.
after these messages.
Does anybody actually have to take a break? Or can
Mm.
we roll on through.
I feel like we can just continue.
Just continue.
We're going through to the other side.
And we are
Right.
back.
Oh my goodness.
That was fast.
Yep.
We just did that. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Quick reminder, in preparation for episode 400.
Please, dear
400
God, send in some
episodes.
entries.
Our final episode. Episode
Yep.
400.
We're gonna
Doing
start
that.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beginning of the end, folks.
We're looking for a new theme song and a new album art. If you
That will-
have the
It will just be used for that one episode.
just
of
for that
Fox.
one episode.
So we're done.
Because that's our
If
last
you have
one.
the artistic talent for either of those, stop on by to player1podcast.com. We've got a contest going. Basically, if you can do one of those, we'll give you $100 digital dollars
if
for your
we
favorite
choose
store.
yours. We're not just
If we
giving $100
choose
to everybody
yours.
who tries it.
That's right.
Yeah.
If we choose
I'm just trying to save you
yours-
some money, CJ.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
If we choose yours as the winner, you get $100 in credit for your favorite digital storefront.
Like the eShop?
Like the eShop. Like Steam. Like the
Xbox Live?
Candy Crush Saga?
Yeah.
Sure,
you get-
iTunes, yeah, fine.
Can you get? What if I want to buy $100 worth of Surfberries?
Well, then you get an iTunes gift card and you can knock yourself out on that.
I think I may enter this contest.
All right, then. Game
use it.
on.
I could use.
So,
Really?
yeah, that ends that contest.
Really?
Our search for that stuff ends on the 3rd of July.
Our search for that stuff.
Yeah.
That
all of
stuff.
The Player One Podcast, episode 400. Search for stuff.
That's
You're
right.
listening to CJ and the Stew.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that the first bit of food that me in Tomodachi Life dug was stew beef.
That's a beefy stew.
Yikes.
Oh, man. I kind of
Yikes.
want you guys to just do a morning zoo and I could be like the sound effects guy.
Just be that guy in the booth
Yeah.
Oh,
with a slide whistle and you.
I'd kind of be down for that. So if you ever want to change up, maybe
format?
we're going to have a new theme song. We're going to have a new album art. We might as well change up formats. It's not like Mike's coming back. It's
true.
So,
True.
Yeah.
At
You
this
know?
point, I think, yeah, you may be right.
yeah. I like where this is going.
I
All
don't see a
right.
downside, really.
Are there really any morning zoo style video game podcasts out there?
Hey, you know what?
There's probably a reason why there aren't any.
This is
Yeah.
an untapped market. Is my point.
All right. Well, let's do some tweets.
For crying out
What do you think
loud.
about that?
I don't think about that.
You don't?
I don't
I didn't
think.
choose any, so it's all you, CJ.
I see that in our outline here.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't think I even opened the outline for this episode, so you can see how prepared I
don't
am.
think you did. I don't think you did.
No, I honestly do not think I did.
All right. How about this one from hacker alias Cambot? Says,
What about Gypsy? Tom Servo? Crow?
yeah. He says, do you guys think others will adopt Nintendo's digital presentation strategy at E3? It seems easier to control your message.
I don't know. Where? How will these companies get the gaming press all of their bribes?
They could start running laugh tracks and stuff. So you still get the applause.
There you go.
The end of Happy Days, every time they want an applause, they could put up like some credits and just have the crowd go wild.
Yeah.
Happy Days was a television show
I remember that.
a long time
Filmed
ago.
in front of a live studio audience.
Filmed in front of a
These
live.
happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
Had Opie on it. Opie and the Foz. Foz.
You remember, Greg, going to these E3 press conferences and having the applause and having to come from like that side of the room,
Well, okay, but
and you like
to be
look
fair,
backwards. You're like,
at
that.
the
Oh, that's for
Nintendo
all
press conference.
employees of-
Everybody clapped.
That's true.
Nintendo press conference, everyone always just applauded. But yeah, I'll never forget the Xbox 360 launch
Yeah.
that year because they actually had the pretty people that they'd hired sitting in the bleachers
Yeah.
on the opposite side of the stage, facing us.
Like they were practically on the stage.
They were on the stage so that you could see
Yeah.
them when they applauded for everything.
Yes. Yes.
So. But yeah, I mean,
Always
they're
fun.
all,
Always
they're
fun.
all either people that have been hired to be there or developers that worked on the games they're talking about right at that moment.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I liked Nintendo's digital event. I thought it was good. I thought it was very focused. It wasn't like it had a ton of downtime like Sony's conference did. They definitely kept it rolling.
See, I think though, when you look at like the Microsoft conference, you can easily you can stay on message on a live feed like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Sure,
think
you
one
can.
really has an advantage in that regard, but
But to a certain extent, you're still watching pre-taped footage anyway in these.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't
press
see
conferences.
I don't see why they would go all digital outside of saving money, which feels like what Nintendo's doing.
That's not
I
a bad
guess.
idea.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo still rented out the Nokia Theater to do the Smash Brothers stuff. So did they really end
Sure.
up saving?
Well, of course they did. If they'd
bunch
rented
of
out the
money?
Nokia Theater and done a live press conference, how did they not save money?
Probably would have been the same amount.
If they'd rented out the Nokia Theater to do the Smash Brothers
To do
thing
both
and
events?
done a live press conference, it would
Okay,
not have
fine,
cost
would have
any
been
more
more
money.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But not prohibitively so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a ton of administration that goes along with doing that stuff too, right? Like
That's true.
you have to worry about printing up the invitations, sending them out, and then you have to do all that stuff at the door. You have to give everyone a fancy bracelet that lights up whenever you press a button.
Right. But you have to admit, like the press conferences aren't really even for the press so much anymore,
No.
right? Because
They haven't been
a
for
lot
years.
of times you know about these games beforehand
Yeah.
if you're in the press.
Yep.
You've just signed NDAs that you can't reveal that you know anything.
Right.
Yeah.
But I liked the way that Nintendo went about it this year. I mean, they did it last year too. I thought it was a good idea. I think it works for them.
Yeah.
I think they
Last
spent
year,
a
I
little
don't think it
too much
did.
time on the developers, but
I don't think it was very well received last year. I think it was very well received this year by comparison.
yeah.
Especially when it was paired with all the Treehouse Live stuff, where they really went in depth with the E3 demos that they brought.
The Treehouse Live stuff was great.
And it was good because, I mean, what other press outlets were going to go in depth on some of those games? They might as well do it themselves and make sure that it got done right.
And that's a good example of controlling the message, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you've got people up there who know they work for the company they're covering, so they know exactly what to say and what not to say.
Sure.
You don't have to worry about sort of a question out of left field that somebody doesn't want to answer.
Sure, and they had a lot of time, it sounds like, at the office with those demos, especially when talking about Splatoon and talking about how their strategies had changed over the time that they'd been playing it before the show. Like, that stuff was really interesting to hear.
Yeah, it was actually. That was a good example of how to cover something like that, because otherwise, if you just had members of the press on there, they would have been trying to give you insight based on like 20 minutes or less with the game.
Right,
Whereas
exactly.
These guys were talking about all the tournaments they were having, and they obviously knew the levels, and they gave a really good demo of it and show where the choke points were. That game looks awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it really does. I'm excited about Splatoon.
I think the Treehouse Live thing was a really good idea.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll see other companies copy that next year. Copy that format.
Was it Chris Kohler? I think it was Chris Kohler who tweeted that it was another example of these media briefings not needing the media anymore, or something along those lines. Like, they just sort of totally cut out the middleman. Nintendo did this year, and it's like we're going to take our message directly to everyone, and it worked well.
Yeah,
certainly did.
And it kind of had like a goofy charm to it too, considering that they were all just Treehouse members doing the presentations and not trained. Somebody who gets in front of the camera all the time and does this stuff.
They weren't trained marketing people. They weren't telling you to go out and pre-order Hyrule Warriors now.
They were excited about the games they were talking about.
Game information, and they were very excited about the products they were showing.
Needed more Gary and Allison, though.
Oh, man, don't make me sad.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of cutting things to save money, there you go.
I miss Nintendo Week.
Yeah. What would Dark Gary have had to say about
What would Dark Gary have to say about Splatoon?
Yeah.
What do you think he would have said?
I don't know.
Something dark.
We'll never
Something dark, no doubt.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that show was great. What happened to that? Like there was a time when like all three of the manufacturers were like, we're gonna have a show. Because
Yeah.
like Sony had placed that PlayStation show they did once a month, and that was really good too. Actually, with Veronica when Veronica Belmont was on it, kind of fell apart
Right.
after she left. But Dee Schneider's son was there, or whoever that was. But
Well, you still got the Majors Minute, right?
yeah,
That's worth watching. Sure.
speaking of digital video and stuff, how about game trailers?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
some
what
bullshit.
happened there?
Well, they let everybody work their asses off at E3 and then fired them all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. That's a good thank you.
that's typical, I guess.
Fine, how do you do?
hmm
Yeah.
Thanks for the coverage. Don't bother coming back on Monday.
Don't let the door hit your deal on the way out. As Chris would say.
I don't know what you're talking about. We
Count
had
yourselves lucky that we gave you a return flight home.
Yep.
Because-
Yeah, really.
We were this close to just leaving you stranded in L.A.
Except
Wait,
they're all
isn't game trailers in LA?
Anyway,
Well,
but, yeah.
shut up. Shut up. Shutting up.
You're ruining the joke. But yeah, that was pretty slimy, and
yeah.
because it's like what, like half to 2/3 of the group,
hmm
like it's a huge layoff. So
Yeah.
I wonder how much longer Game Trailers has to go in its current form. But I hope all those
Anyone we knew in
there's
that
some really good people there.
group?
Pardon me?
Was there people we knew? Was there anyone we knew?
I had lost touch with a lot of them, although Rob Manuel was one of the producers there, and he was actually a guy who, when I left Ziff Davis, he gave me a lot of freelance because he was at G4 at the time. So I did a ton of work for him while he was at G4, and then I was doing a bunch of work for Shane Satterfield when he was at Game Trailers. He actually hired me, and I wasn't able to take the job because of my visa situation, but he's already long gone. But I kind of had a special place in my heart for Game Trailers because of that, and Rob Manuel was there, and I really admired him. So I really hope all those people land on their feet. They were treated really wrong. I mean, that's just not cool at all.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yep.
We had a tweet from Hacker Alias Thorbon3 who said, any advice for former GameTrailers.com staff? Sad to see most of them were let go on Friday the 13th.
Get out of video games and go use your great video skills in another field? I don't know.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hacker Alias The Action Figure asks, Nintendo went full beast mode at E3, but is it enough to boost Wii U sales? I want one now, but I'm going to wait for a price drop.
Obviously, it wasn't enough for him.
Yeah.
Really, not enough for him.
So
I'm not sure if E3. I think E3 helped. Certainly, I think Mario Kart 8 definitely helped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least two people that I work with at the office bought Wii U's this week, and I know of a couple more.
Nintendo is saved.
Seriously thinking about it, so anecdotal evidence points to they're going to double their sales.
There you go.
Pew.
Sounds
Who wrote
legit
that
to me.
Wii Bubble article this week?
That was Christian Nutt.
Christian
Right?
Nutt. I think
Nintendo
his article was pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
Meaning that
Pretty much to say
gamers
that
now don't want Nintendo content.
well, the gamers that want Nintendo content are obviously the ones that are still playing Nintendo, and he sort of was saying that Nintendo's doing nothing to expand that market, and I think he's absolutely right. And Nintendo's not going to give those people what they want.
I think you're probably right, but in what ways can Nintendo appeal to the market that they don't have?
Third parties, which are gone. So
Yeah, which they can't really do anything about that at this point. They tried at the beginning.
yeah,
We had Zombie U. We had all the third-party multi-platform games came out on Wii U at the launch of that system.
I think the
Duty,
stuff
nothing
that they
worked.
showed at E3, and along with Mario Kart 8, will definitely bring in some of the fence sitters.
Mm-hmm.
People who were like, I kind of want a Wii U, kind of I'm not, and then they'll pull the trigger. But the people who have turned their noses up at it because they want to play Assassin's Creed or
They will,
Call of
continue.
Duty. They're not gonna, none of the stuff they showed this year is gonna change that at all.
Sure.
As far as I'm concerned.
But I don't think Nintendo can change that.
No,
I mean,
no, not at all. Not themselves.
No.
They would have to become a different company to change that.
That's right.
Yep.
They
How
should
about all
just go
that-
mobile and kill their,
They should just make iPhone games. That'll
yeah,
solve
just
all
make
of the
iPhone
problems.
games.
Not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, you and I both know
Uh,
that riches are, that's where you make your riches are an iPhone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's easy money.
Yeah. Sure it is.
It's comfortable.
Let's see. Let's read some more tweets here. Hacker alias Marky Marg 2.
I love the Funky Bunch.
Me too. Who doesn't? Is it just me, or was the traditional gaming press almost totally irrelevant and redundant this E3?
Treehouse Live.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I checked any of the major websites during E3.
Yep.
I was having a conversation about this with somebody last night, and it's, I feel like even 5 or 6 years ago, I would watch the conferences and then I would troll all the websites because you'd always find these little nuggets of information that weren't part of the conferences.
Yeah.
But between the conferences and social media from the official, publisher sites and all that stuff, you get all the information you need almost immediately. The first day, there's very little that's revealed after that unless it's timed that way.
Yeah.
Because that's all I did this year.
All the regular video sites or all the websites are given the same footage anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're not even taking their own footage.
Yeah.
Right.
With these games.
You don't get the what I found in the darkest reaches of Kensha Hall happening so much anymore. Which is a shame because Kensha Hall was awesome. But
yep. Yes, it was.
That's where you would find Guitar Hero. The first year that it was revealed.
Right.
It was hidden in Kensha Hall.
That's Red Octane.
Wasteland of third-party peripherals and Guitar Hero.
Bleem. You remember Bleem?
Bleem.
Yeah.
Had a booth in Kensha Hall.
Yep.
Good stuff.
That's right.
You had to go in at least once just to sort of wander around and see if anything caught your eye.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it wasn't crowded, so you actually got away from the people for a while.
True. All right, let's see. Hacker alias Philip NCA says many complaints about games going to 2015, yet complaining there's so much this fall. Want more this fall, or are you okay with that?
I'm okay with the spread right now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of okay with it. 2015 is sure looking good.
Yay.
What's that?
I said I'm getting Drive Club and Forza this year, so I'm good.
Yeah, there you go. That's all
You're set.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with 2015 being good. If we get wall-to-wall games in 2015, I'm fine with that. Sure.
Yep.
The only thing that'll
Why
suck is
not?
if all this stuff gets pushed into the first quarter of 2015 again. It's just okay, now it's non-stop games every week for the first 4 months of the year.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that great.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it would be good, but you wouldn't keep up.
Hacker alias
Right,
J
that's the problem.
Mill 99 says anything you were expecting to be shown but wasn't at E3. I know many expected The Last Guardian or Fallout 4.
People expected The Last Guardian?
Yeah. It's The Last Guardian.
I would not
of course you have to say you expect it.
I would not have placed a bet on Last Guardian.
For me, I think that game, they're going to announce it when they actually have a tangible game they think they can release in a few months. They're not going to show it again just to show it that it exists, right?
Sure.
Yes.
I just don't see that happening. So we'll get it when we get it.
I was
don't
kind
mind
of...
waiting.
There was a rumor going around that there was going to be the announcement of Gran Turismo 6 for PS4 I was kind of expecting to hear something about that, but in retrospect, it makes sense that you didn't, because it would have taken the thunder from Drive Club. So I guess not. But I was kind of hoping that we would see or hear something about that.
Yeah.
My
Well, there's
pre-order
always TGS.
TGIF.
Exactly. Tokyo Game Show for that.
Oh, wait, that's what TGS means?
Thank God it's Tokyo Game Show.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Also,
Calling it
TGS.
Crandall.
The Calling it Crandall. All right, hacker alias Kevin Larrabee.
Yeah.
My shoes are soaked, but my cuffs are bone dry.
All right, hacker alias Kevin Larrabee from Back in My Play. Excellent podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, that we think every week.
Exactly.
For good reason.
He says, are there any games that sat on your backlog for 1+ years that you loved after finally playing it? For me, The Walking Dead Season 1 and Muramasa on Vita.
I've had games that have sat on my backlog for 10+ years.
Yes. I think I still have some
Same here.
TurboGrafx games I've been meaning to play one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that stands out.
It didn't really sit on my backlog technically because I did not own it, but I got Dead Space really late. The original Dead Space, I ended up picking up like on Target clearance for like $7 or something like that, and ended up, really, really loving it. So I guess
Actually,
again, not really backlog, but
I would say that maybe Uncharted was like that for me. I don't know that it sat on my backlog for a year, but it was kind of back when, it's like, oh, there's PS3 and I'm not really playing mine, but I ended up getting a couple games for it. And I kind of gave Uncharted a cursory look, and then I forgot about it. And went back to it much later and ended up absolutely loving it. But I'd say, yeah, that probably fits that description.
maybe Earthbound for me, because I just finished it last year, and I hadn't really played a whole lot of it before that.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Highlights. Wait.
The magazine?
Yes, for kids.
Goofus and
Going to the
Gallic.
dentist?
Hacker alias Evan says, I want the other guys to tell me what Mike's real highlights from E3 were.
Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah. There you go.
That's about it, right?
Yep.
Yup.
Maybe Mario Maker.
What's your deal with Mario Maker there, Greg? Come on. What is your deal? Do you really not like fun? You don't like...
It has nothing to do with not liking fun. I want to know what the game is.
The game
Level
is...
builder? I'm not interested.
I'm sure there will be some kind of game attached.
Well,
to
until
it,
I know what
right?
it is, I refuse to get excited about it.
All right.
Excited about a concept that no one's actually explained to me. No. No. No.
You didn't play WarioWare DIY, did you?
No.
That's a fun little game.
I'm sure it is.
It is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just saying.
It's been on my backlog for over a year.
Has it?
Try it. You might end up
Okay.
loving it.
You might. Did you play Pushmo on the 3DS?
Yes.
You did. Are you gonna get Pushmo World that comes out this week?
No.
No?
I might probably will.
It's a cute little game.
Yeah.
But it didn't really hold my interest. You know what I really want more than anything else
What's
on
that?
my 3DS?
What's
Another 3D Picross.
Well, 3D Picross was
I
good.
loved 3D Picross, and there was never another one, and it's kind of lame.
Was good.
No. Doesn't Intelligent Systems make those games too? Or is that not them?
Well, there was only one of those.
Well, yeah, there was one of that, and then the Picross
Well, they-
E.
Yeah,
I've been buying those,
Yes.
but that's
All
not
right.
Yep.
games, I don't think.
I see.
It's
okay.
yeah, it's
What?
Picross 3D. Well, oh, Hal did Picross
How
3D.
there
Oh,
you go.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so much. It was so
It
good.
was. It was. Yes, it was.
There you
So,
go. All right.
Good talk.
This seems like a show.
You seem like a show.
Some could call this a show. I don't know
Some-
if we should,
well,
but some would. So,
Some might.
hang
Are
on,
you
let
saying
me
I
go
should
look at
lose
the
the
Twitters
tape?
just to make sure you didn't miss anything good. I'm sure that happened.
It might have.
Army Hearties.
Yeah. I got nothing. There's nothing,
Don't know why.
nothing there.
Oh,
Hey,
oh.
hacker alias Jeff E. Solomon, what kind of wacky jobs have you had outside of games? Taxi driver, ice cream attendant, Sherpa? Come on.
That
what
was
job?
that was a Mike tweet. We were
That's
waiting
an
for Mike to
old
come
tweet.
back.
Yeah,
We're
we're
waiting
doing
for
it
Mike
now.
to come back.
Doing
Dan.
it live.
Sherpa.
Sherpa? You were a Sherpa? Yeah?
No, I was not a Sherpa. I was not a Sherpa.
Let's save this one. We're gonna save
all right.
Saving it? Okay.
All right. We're going to tease it, and then we're going to
tease
drop
it.
it.
We're
All right.
gonna file it away and
Mike
do
never comes back.
it. Well, then we're never gonna
real
do this
possibility.
tweet.
All right.
Okay.
If Mike hasn't come back in enough time that we have to give birth to Philip's bot, then we'll answer this tweet.
Okay.
So either Mike comes back or
Deal.
Philip's bot is born, and we'll answer this tweet.
Deal.
Okay.
All right, that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you would like to comment on something that you heard, or maybe ask us a question, like the other tweeters that we read just a few moments ago, you could be one of those people. Direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No.
Explain it as you would a child.
Or you can go to our internet site at player1podcast.com. There you will find a bounty of things, such as blog entries from Mr. Gregory J. Seward.
There was a new Sega CD entry recently.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. About what?
Rider Cayman Zoe, something like that.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
Kamen Rider? Well, Kamen Rider action
Kamen
there?
Rider. Yes, sorry.
Who doesn't love Kamen Rider?
I had never heard of it until I did this. I wasn't a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers guy.
Well, you, sir, do not like fun.
I didn't.
Why do you hate? Why do you hate Super Sentai?
I didn't say
Why
I
do
didn't
you
like
hate
it.
The Super Sentai
I actually
genre.
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it probably the best Sega CD game?
I wouldn't go that far. You
Your
know what?
heart
You know what?
is
You know what?
as black
full motion
as
game I like
ice.
better? You know what full motion video game I like better on the Sega CD?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Lad, do I
That
know
is a
you or do I
good
know
full
you?
motion video game.
Do I know you or do I know you?
Is that a
Greg?
true video presentation?
And that's coming up soon on
Oh, yeah?
Welcome
On
Me
your-
Next Level.
Excellent.
Well then,
I like
good
it.
times. Yeah, our website, Player One Podcast, has
Yeah,
Generation 16 episodes as well. You're working on another one of those?
I am. I actually lost all confidence in my my U.S. release list a couple weeks ago. So I went through the entirety of the Sega Visions catalog again to kind of realign them, and then I also went and found the EGM review database that I built when I was at Ziff Davis because I was crazy.
Yeah.
Which has every single game that EGM reviewed from the first issue. I have up until issue 160. So I'm going to try to use that to sort of put a few more pieces in place. But I do know what the next 5 games are. I'm confident in what I've got now. I actually reached out to a couple developers that worked on the games I'm covering this episode. So hopefully it'll be good. I'm going to start capturing this week.
Excellent.
Gotta catch them all.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Pokemon's actually this week.
Oh, yeah? Pokemon for Genesis?
Yep, Pokemon for Genesis.
Hey, I
Nice.
have a game. I have a Pikachu game. For
I know you do. Yeah.
Did you get
You
your
also have-
Retron 5, by the way? There, Greg?
No, I canceled it. I ended up getting a Framemeister instead.
Oh,
Waiting for
Alright.
my RGB cable to arrive.
nice.
But I did, because I grabbed a bunch of Genesis cartridges and my CDX.
Yeah.
I also ended up breaking out the old...
Nomad.
Oh.
Got the 6-pack in there.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a beautiful
How many
piece
batteries
of hardware.
you got in there?
I got all
15?
6 batteries in there. All 6 batteries in there.
It only uses 12D batteries.
Let's see. Anyone who's watching our feed, the battery pack on the back here
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
Which I will break trying to get off.
And you can hook the Nomad up to your TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I have a Nomad somewhere.
There you go.
Might be in storage right now.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful lineup of Rayovacs there.
Mm-hmm. And how?
Yes.
Well,
And also on our website, we've got a message board. You can discuss.
Why not
this.
go hang out with us?
Why not go hang out there? We talk about Mario Kart 8 tournaments and whatnot. We're going to be running another Mario Golf tournament coming up here soon, probably.
it's not like you have anything better to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, come on by and you can discuss this episode and other stuff with us and our other listeners.
Hey, that loser thing, I'm sorry about that. That's, speaking of anger, I didn't really mean that. I'm sorry. If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting playeronepodcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99.
Cheap.
That allows you to purchase the Player One Podcast iPhone application or 20 Smurf berries.
Whoa!
I don't know. I don't know if that is.
I don't think it's
that price is probably inaccurate.
Probably.
Gives you one-touch communication with us via the emails, the Twitters,
There we go.
the what have yous.
Mm-hmm.
We also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, Android cell phone, telephone users, the Play One Podcast iPhone application. Did I just say
iPhone? And that sounds like a great new product.
Write that down. One of you guys write
Someone's
that
gonna
down
steal
so
that.
I don't forget it. Well,
Someone
iPhone.
could steal that.
let's cancel this episode so this remains a
Only
secret.
the 5 people watching have ever heard that.
We will track them down
Wait,
and
there are
destroy
25
them.
people watching.
It is
Are there
you
really?
who are the ball lickers.
There are 25 people watching this crap?
Yeah.
Wow.
Believe it
We are
or not.
boring.
Man. Isn't Game of Thrones on, people? Shouldn't you be watching that?
Yes.
Haven't you stolen your parents' HBO Go accounts yet?
Yeah. You could be seeing boobs right now. Boobs and gore. What?
And Peter
And the
Dinklage.
AI from Destiny.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's
Peter
that?
Dinklage.
Sounding
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
bored.
Yeah. The bored AI from Destiny.
Anything in the air, kill it.
Well, he puts all his acting energy into the Game of Thrones. You know, that's where he's getting paid, man. You know?
Zaid.
Don't bring your A game to the county fair.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You can get that for your Android as well over at the Amazon Android Marketplace. We're also at the Windows 8 store. We're on Stitcher.
Got a Facebook page. You can throw us one of them likes.
You can leave us a like on the Facebook. You can watch, not just listen. Everyone friggin' listens to podcasts.
Yeah,
that's
why not
That's
watch
what people do. That, you know what that is? That is passe.
Mm-hmm.
That is passe. Only the plebes listen to.
Well, let me tell you, it takes some brave podcasters to show their faces on a video.
Especially
That's
our
true.
faces.
That's true because
We are ugly. Wow.
we are not a good-looking bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
not
see. I'd like to see the CADcast team do a video podcast, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Make it happen.
So
Wombat.
if you like not just listening to a bunch of morons talk to each other, but if you like looking at ugly people at the same time, brother, have I got a treat for you. You can watch Player One Podcast live most weeks on the there's this the website on the internet now called the YouTubes.
It's just
And
YouTube. Just YouTube.
I'm pretty sure it's not. And they show videos, and some of those videos that they show are us.
Well, some of them.
Yeah. 16.
Yeah. And
more views to hit 2K on episode 12, by the way.
What's that?
I only need like 30 more views to hit 2,000 on episode 12.
Oh, nice.
Shut up with your goddamn SpongeBob.
Let me go look at my SpongeBob video, see where that is. 1 point how many million?
You gotta monetize that, son.
That is an adorable, Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. To make you sound dumb.
I could be living the sweet PewDiePie life right now.
I'm only doing 2,000 views and making no money. You're doing 2 million views and making no money.
But it's, you know what though? What I'm lacking in money, I have in sadness that I have no money.
Posted without comment.
All right.
Head over to youtube.com/P1podcast we have some of our old episodes you can watch, and follow our Twitter account to find out when we'll be recording our next live episode for you to tune in. CJ.
Yes.
Thank you, CJ.
Well, thank
for
you,
all that
Phil.
You do. And CJ.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Well, happy Father's Day to you too.
I am not your father.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you're not mine either, old man.
Well, sit down, buddy.
Have I got a tale for you?
We're gonna have a talk. Greg.
Yo.
Happy Father's Day, like 5-6 times over for you.
7. This is my 7th Father's Day.
7? My goodness.
3 kids, 7 Father's Days.
I was just referring to the number of children.
Yeah, 3. 3 legitimate.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
yeah.
Whoa.
A couple Snows in our family.
Yeah. That's a Super Throne reference.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to keep it relevant. I know my pop culture.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
Dude. Okay, and Mike doesn't get a Happy Father's Day because he's out like
he's out already having a Happy Father's Day without us.
Look at me, I'm enjoying my time with my children and my father. So
he's so drunk on rosewater he can't even remember it's Father's Day.
I really want to find out what that guy thought of E3 though.
Maybe next E3 we can have him on to tell us what he thought last.
Like everything else at E3, Mike Phillips has been pushed back till 2015. There we go. So next week.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. I mean, might as well, right? I'm not doing anything.
We're getting close to 400. It'd be a shame not to.
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna confess something really friggin' nerdy.
Go ahead.
Next week we're gonna have to record on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because Friday and Saturday.
You're going to BotCon?
I'm going to be at a Transformers convention.
Hey, I saw the Mega Drive Megatron in color.
Yeah. Oh.
That was some
I got to look that up. I have one pre-ordered for you.
Yes, I need to get you some cash.
Okay. Well, they don't charge me until it shows up, so
okay. You
don't have to hurry.
But I will get you some of the cold, hard American's persuasion at some point.
Yeah, American dollars, please.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Your Monopoly money is worthless.
Well, you know what? I saved a whole bunch of money on my E3 pre-orders, so...
Oh, there you go.
Covered.
You got to spend money to save money.
That's right, baby.
The more you buy, the more you save.
You don't spend 1,000, you don't save 50.
That's how they get you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see everyone next week.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right then.
Let's do it.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Boy.